So today we're doing a video about narcissism, about lying, and about blame shifting. And it's really important for us, those of us who find ourselves in a relationship with a narcissist or who have been raised by a narcissist, to understand these concepts as well as we can, because understanding them can free us. One of the things that we do when we are in a relationship with someone who has high narcissistic traits is that we find ourselves in these ridiculous, crazy-making conversations with overt as well as covert narcissists, and they're maddening, right? And we catch them in a lie, and we always ask them, well, why did you do this? And why did you say that? Why are you smearing my name? Why did you tell them that? That wasn't true. And the narcissist looks at us like a deer in headlights. They don't have an answer, and not at least a valid answer. And what they do is they blame shift, and then they dig in their heels and they lie even further. So let's talk about this concept so that we can have a better understanding of where our power lies in these situations. So narcissists have a very peculiar relationship with the truth. In fact, the truth does not even exist in their head. You can say and see a situation one way, like, you cheated on me. And the narcissist comes back with an explanation that is completely foreign to you. It's like, this is a concrete thing. I caught you cheating on me. But what comes back and out of the narcissist's mouth baffles you. In the world of a narcissist, the truth is something that is malleable. You're able to mold it, right? Like in your head, if you're a rational person, the truth is the truth. But in the world of a narcissist, the truth is like clay. This is one of the reasons they are so psychologically abusive, because your inner reality is such, and you're perceiving a reality, and you think this other person is perceiving the same reality, but they never perceive that reality as the reality that you see, which makes you doubt your inner reality. To a narcissist, the truth relies on many different factors. For instance, the truth is not the truth. The truth is what the narcissist needs it to be at any given moment. So you might catch your wife cheating on you, and she might come back and say, well, it's not cheating if the other person isn't married. It's not cheating if I'm unhappy. It's not cheating if you knew that I was unhappy with you. It's not cheating if, right? So in your head, we're married. Never talked about cheating. We never talked about divorce. We never talked about separating. I had no idea you were unhappy, but I catch you cheating, and in your head, you're redefining the word cheating to suit your needs, to suit your reality. The really intriguing thing is that when a narcissist gets caught, they don't admit it. They dig their heels even further into the ground. Narcissists split. In other words, they use black and white thinking. So in their head, in their world, in their version of themselves, they're either all good or they're all bad. And so to keep the bad feelings at bay, they have to create this false self. And along with this false self, they have to create, obviously, lies, right, to justify this false self. And in order to keep the bad feelings at bay, guess what? They need a victim. They need someone who's going to mirror back this false self so they can keep these bad feelings at bay about themselves. No, in the world of a narcissist, things are either black or they're white. I am either all good or I am all bad. I either think you are all good or I think you are all bad. There is no in between. That's why they can become so rageful and so vindictive. Because the minute you stop giving them the sense that you think that they're awesome or you think that they're special, the minute they feel slighted by you, you get thrown into the bad category. Easy. But neuroscientists have discovered that lying suppresses the activity in the amygdala. So lying to a narcissist is like an anesthetic. When they lie, they feel in control, right? That's amazing information. We have to understand that when we're dealing with narcissists, they can lie so well because it's a soothing agent. It's like a Band-Aid. They do it because it brings their brain more pleasure than pain. Not lying equals pain. Not lying equals I am not good enough, I am bad, and I am too close to my shame pit within me. So I have to lie. And I have to lie to you and keep the lie going in order for me to avoid this pain pit or the shame pit within. So let's talk about some of the shift blaming that narcissists do. And I wrote some down. And so like you'll hear someone say, you know, I would not, let's say you catch someone cheating. I would not cheat if you were more attractive. Okay. I would not have hit you if you didn't make me mad. So this is turning the tables on you and making you think that it's your responsibility for their poor behavior, right? It's not my fault if he kissed me, right? I've had male clients who have told me that their wives or girlfriends at a bar have been kissed by a bartender and their excuse was, well, he kissed me. Okay, whatever. It's not my fault if you didn't ask where I was and I didn't tell you. Okay, so that's crazy making communication. It makes no sense. You disappointed me, so I have a right to smear your name. Like what? Like, say what? So that is what they're trying to do in that situation, along with crazy making communication. They're using shame. They know that you have high empathy. They know that you're highly forgiving. They know that you're highly rational. And they also understand that you're someone who wants to understand. So what they'll do is they'll shame you for their behavior. One of the things that I heard a lot in my lifetime was the problem with you is all you do is focus on the negative. So this is an attempt to shame you and to make you feel guilty for wanting clear communication, for wanting to discuss a situation. When you're dealing with a narcissist, you will never get from point A to point B. You have a situation that you want to talk about. Guess what? It never gets talked about. We're talking about you. We're talking about all the defects you have, we're devaluing you, we're gaslighting you, we're minimizing you, and discarding you instead of talking about this topic. So another one, so playing off your sympathies would be, my ex cheated on me and that's probably why I cheated on you, right? So now you're like, oh, the poor baby cheated on me because he was cheated on. When you accuse me of invalidating you, that's humiliating, right? So this is playing the victim. This is turning the tables. This is playing off your sympathies and your desire to want to understand this person, right? But it's a hook. They're trying to hook you and they're trying to get you to feel sorry for them so they can continue to manipulate you and remain dominant over you so they can keep this false image going. So the goal of the narcissist is to make you obviously doubt your reality. And in this way, they get to remain superior over you. So let's talk about some of the lies narcissists tell. Listen, the reality is, this is going to be a short list, but if you're dealing with a narcissist, you understand they lie about everything. They cannot tell the truth. And science is proving now that telling the truth to a narcissist creates too much pain in their brain. And so their amygdala gets suppressed. So they're able to keep their fight or flight response system in check by lying. So I'm just going to share some of the lies that I've heard over my life with you by narcissists. So I love you more than I love myself. I would never cheat on you. We're just friends. People will be jealous of us, so don't believe them if they start talking crap about me. I'm not a liar. I'm not capable of lying. I've never felt so connected to anyone before. I will take care of you forever. I will never hurt you. I've never been accused of such things before. So it's important that we really understand that narcissism is really rooted in the need to lie. That's what essentially narcissism is rooted in the need to lie. And some researchers are telling us, or evidence is proving that there are narcissists on the spectrum that know when they're being manipulative, and then there are narcissists who don't. There are narcissists who actually believe what they're saying, right? And so when you confront them, what they're doing is they're defending their truth. They're defending their reality, that they're all good. And even if they cheated on you, what's going on in their head is, but I'm a good person, so there's a reason I cheated, and it's this person's fault that I cheated. So we have to understand that when we're dealing with these maladaptive personalities, that they believe their truth. They have to see themselves as all good. And when we confront them, right, with this idea that maybe they're not all so good, they are going to be vindictive. They are going to be rageful. The smear campaign is coming. Triangulation is coming. If you have a business, they're gonna write terrible reviews about your business. If you move on to another relationship, they're gonna try to get in touch with the new love person, the person you love in your life. If you have people in your area that you work with, they're going to go to your office, or they're going to try to connect with them on Facebook. They're going to do whatever they can to smear your name. So this is the mark of a wounded narcissist who, for some reason, whatever reason, you triggered them. And just for a moment, or maybe a few moments, or maybe over time, you, for whatever reason, caused them to doubt for a moment that they weren't as good as they think they are, or they aren't the victim they think they are. But at the end of the day, narcissists lack self-reflection. Narcissists must believe that they're the victim. Narcissists think in black and white. They see themselves as all good, as all bad, as all victim, and not a persecutor. It's not even, they're persecuting you, and they cannot see themselves as being a persecutor. They can't. They have to justify it. So they lack the ability to check themselves. They lack the empathy for other people. They'll have empathy for people who play their game, but anyone that they have any type of an issue with, that they feel threatened by, that's it. Empathy is out the window. So what you'll notice is this stark contrast with people who have high narcissistic traits. And it's really, really sad. But at the end of the day, we have to know about these traits and why they are this way, so it's easier for us to let go. I hope this video on narcissism, lying, and shift blaming and blame shifting has helped you better understand what you're dealing with. And for me, what I've learned to do, which is very difficult because what happens is when you're being lied about, when you're being abused, when you are at the end of a narcissist's wrath, it could be very unsettling. And what we have to learn to do is we have to learn to take the high road. So in other words, what we do is we accept that these people exist. We accept that they're angry. We accept that they're going to go through what they're going to do. And, it is what it is. But what we want to do is we want to stick to the facts. We want to stick to the truth. If you have any evidence of anything between you and this person that is lying about you or is lying to you, collect the evidence. If there are any text messages, any letters, any emails, anything that this narcissist has ever done to you, any communication, keep the receipts, keep the text messages, make a copy of everything, get a journal, create a timeline, talk to other people so that you can stay rooted in reality, and do what you can to stay unemotional about what's happening, because that's your best bet at being able to survive this and having the ability to leave it in your past. And before long, hopefully the narcissist will also move on as well. Personally, I think this is a terrible way to live in life, and to lie to yourself and to lie to other people and have to keep this going. And this idea that there's so much shame inside a narcissist is, I have empathy for anybody who's suffering that terribly, but I also know that having the ability to label a wolf as a wolf, and oftentimes, these wolves are in sheep's clothing. They wear mascara, they wear lipstick, they wear ties and pretty cufflinks, and they smell good and they look good. They're not always easy to spot. Sometimes they come to us as altruistic people who seem like in the beginning they want to help us, they want to support us, and before long, they're stabbing you in the back. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having empathy for people, but I do think it's of tremendous value to understand what we're dealing with. My name is Lisa Romano. I'm the Breakthrough Life Coach and best-selling author of 6 books, and my 7th book will be out soon. I'm also the creator of the 12-week Breakthrough Coaching Program, the Breakthrough Warrior membership site, the Law of Attraction Masterclass, and the Loving the Self video and meditation program. So I create programs and products for people who come from alcoholic backgrounds, who come from narcissistic backgrounds. I create products and meditations for people who are suffering with the feeling of invisibility, who don't feel good enough, and who are finally understanding that what's wrong is not them, it's just their programming. I created a roadmap out of my own codependent, dysfunctional mind. And what I do online through my 12-week Breakthrough Coaching Program is I share it with people and I help them get through it. And I teach them the tools that I learned the hard way. Once you become a member of the 12-week Breakthrough Coaching Program, you get to keep the program for a minimum of 3 years. I do suggest that people cycle through it 3 times the first year, twice the second year, and once the third year. You get to work with me and my team online for 3 months, 12 weeks. Meet every week on Facebook for a live stream where I answer your Q&A. If you'd like to jump into a program now, check out the Breakthrough Warrior membership site and my Loving the Self video and meditation program. Healing is possible, and it's your birthright to love yourself, to know how to protect yourself, and to figure out how to heal from the past so that you can create and manifest an amazing future. Namaste, everybody. Until next time. Bye for now.